Welcome Aurists and welcome to another unboxing. Here we have a Zelos. Let's take a quick 360 of this outer box here. Very simple, branding on the top and a nice little message. Let's open her up. Inside we get a little compartment for the card here, and I always love the way they do their cards. It's a solid card with some great detail work, information that can kind of be like collectibles. If you have multiple Zelos watches, you can kind of collect these and they just look great. All right, inside, let's put this box to the side. All right, we have the Zelos watch roll. Here we get this navy color with some brown lining. This feels very soft. Let's take the watch out for now. So the watch roll, it comes with 3 slots for watches. Very handy, and it's a functional watch case too. So you're not just getting a box that you'll open once and leave for later. You're getting a functional thing here. You're getting something you can use. You can add other watches you have. So it's very useful and a great touch. Always nice to have. Feels very soft on the outer. Has like a suede inner. These pillows slide in and out so they lock into place. Don't wiggle, so you don't have to worry about your watches banging against each other, especially if you have like metal bracelets. You don't want them to be scratching against each other. All right, let's put this to the side and we'll get to the watch. Let's get these stickers off. Case back sticker here. And this clasp protection. Let's see. Unravel that. Okay. Now I also have this optional bronze bracelet to go with the watch. This one is the straight end link version, and they do make a fitted end link version too. But this straight end link one will be rather universal, so you can use it on other watches too. So we'll take a look at this later as well. Here it is. This is the Zelos Aurora. Now, the first thing that jumps out to me is, of course, this gorgeous green dial. Now, I don't know about you guys, but every time I think about Aventurine, I'm thinking blues and purples, but this one here is a green Aventurine dial, and just look at how great this looks. I like the little green specks throughout. It's such an interesting thing to look at. It's my first time seeing a green Aventurine, and they've done a great job with this one. Now, if we take a closer look at the dial there, it seems to be separated into 2 different portions. We get this center dial segment as well as this outer minute track. We can see that center part of the dial is raised. It's like a disc that was placed on top of another. So it's creating 2 layers. We get this center layer, which is raised up, and we get like a recessed look on the minute track there, which creates a lot of depth. And I think it frames that Aventurine quite nicely. And you can see there, the minute track is very legible because it's not printed straight onto the Aventurine. It's on this lighter shade of green. So a lot of contrast and a great framing tool for the Aventurine itself. And I think it's a great way to really show off that dial because they've kept the printing on the Aventurine itself rather minimal, with just the hour markers, the logo and the text there. So it can really shine through and it's not really disrupted by an overload of printing. So I quite like this detail. For the 12, 3, 6 and 9, we're getting these applied hour markers. They're larger than the intermediate hour markers too. also filled with lume, and they kind of create this nice crosshair effect on the dial. And those 4 prominent points really help to just emphasize that field watch aesthetic. Now for the lume, we can see we're getting this green color for the hour markers and a blue color for the minute track there. The 12, 3, 6, and 9 will be a little brighter because of the amount of lume applied, and the minute track there will be a little dimmer because it is quite scarce given how small the surface area is for lume application. But the hour markers themselves will have quite a bit of lume, and it is a good amount of brightness. The crown is also lumed, as you can see, with that Zelos logo, and in general it's quite good and will get the job done. The hands here are also quite nice. They have this blocky, slender look, so they match quite well with the hour markers. And if we look closely at the base of the hands, they're skeletonized, which is a nice little detail, a nice touch, and I think it works with that Aventurine, so more of it will show through and less of it is obstructed. The hands and those 4 indices are all polished, so they do contrast the case for a bit of flashiness, and I think the polished finishing on those suits the Aventurine quite well. It allows it to blend in to the dial instead of really sticking out and distracting from it. For the case, we're getting this bronze case, and it's completely brushed all around, which I quite like because I think the brushing helps to bring out the tone and color of the bronze there. And not only that, it contrasts that glossy dial, so it acts as like a frame, emphasizing that Aventurine. The case itself has this angular appearance to it thanks to its sharp and crisp lines, and if we take a look at the finishing there, the finishing helps to also emphasize its shape. We can see on the sides it has this vertical brushing, and then on the top we get this circular brushing, and when you look at the corner here at the lugs, they meet quite nicely to really show off the shape and structure of the case itself. Some great fine brushing there. So I'm glad they went with that vertical brushing on the side there instead of the usual horizontal brushed finishing. I think it looks great. The crown guards also boxy, just like the lugs, and they protect this large crown for ease of winding, and it is very enjoyable to wind thanks to how large the crown is. Very grippy, a great winding experience. The crown itself is also lumed with the Zelos logo, and it is screw down, and we do get 200 meters of water resistance, so that is rather nice for a non-diver. Now this specific model I have here is 38 millimeters, but they do offer this one in a 42 millimeter size as well. This one will have a 12 millimeter thickness with 20 millimeter lug width, and they are both anti-magnetic because they do have a soft iron cage inside. Now on the case back, we get this steel case back, so you don't really have to worry too much about staining your wrist with the patina from the bronze, and we get this rather nice relief of a ship here. Now I'm not too sure what this is, but it definitely does look rather nice. Now the strap feels very soft to the touch, very pliable, you can see there. So I can tell straight away this is going to be an absolutely comfortable strap. Now what I like about this is I like how they've gone for this fitted rubber strap instead of the typical straight strap, and it is quick release as well, so that is an added bonus. I just think this fitted rubber look is a lot better than that straight and fit because it does have a more cohesive look to the watch. It flows a lot better, and I just think having no gaps it's just a cleaner look in general. The strap also matches the angular shape of the case here. We can see it matches the angle of the lugs, and you do get that sharp appearance matching the lines of the case as well, which is a great touch, flows extremely well, and looks fantastic on this watch head. The lines flow into this center portion here of the strap to give it some structure, but doesn't make it stiff at all. So we can see still quite pliable. It's a very, very soft rubber strap. Here we get the keepers, also signed with Zelos, and the clasp here, Zelos as well. Some great structure. It does have polishing on the clasp. So unlike the watch head where it's all brushed, the clasp does have some slight polished beveled edges there. Now there is also a bracelet option for the watch. This one here has the straight end links, so it will be universal with other 20mm watches, but they do offer this bracelet with fitted end links as well if you're after that more fitted look. Now the bracelet itself has facets to match the facets of the case, giving that real angular look, and it's quite a nice looking bracelet in general with this H-link construction to it. Now the clasp, we're getting a fold over clasp with a built-in micro extension thanks to the press of this button. So take a look at this. Very easy, and it's built into the clasp itself, so it's quite inconspicuous. It just looks like the Zelos logo there, but you press it and you can adjust it on the fly, which is quite nice. You can see there are multiple points for it to lock into. Great little touch. Very enjoyable to use. Now we can also see that this bronze bracelet is rather unique. It has this stainless steel underside. So if we take a look at the bracelet itself, it's separated into two components. We get this bronze upper portion and then this steel under portion. That's so you don't get patina all over your wrist. So when you're wearing this, the steel case back in conjunction with the steel underside of the links helps to just make it more user friendly, so you can wear it without really worrying about staining your wrist. Here's a quick shot of it on the wrist with that bracelet. Now the fitted end link bracelet will also have the same construction where it has that stainless steel underside. All right, I'll get this back on the rubber and we'll do some more wrist shots. Now back on the rubber and back on my wrist. Now my wrist size is 6.5 inches for your reference. And again, this is the 38mm version. Now, as I expected, that rubber strap is extremely comfortable. Given how soft it is, it didn't require any breaking in, wraps around effortlessly, and it's just a great wear overall. No real hot spots. The only issue might be, given the size of the crown, it could dig in a little, but not really. The edges of it aren't really that sharp. So right now I'm really trying to dig it in, but you don't really feel it all that much. Very comfortable wear. This rubber strap is extremely nice. It's very, very comfortable. And again, with the way the strap fits to the watch head, how it's that seamless fitted look, we can see it just flows much better. And that angular shape of it, look how good it matches with the case. I think overall a great release from Zelos, and I'm especially a huge fan of this rubber strap. Despite being a bracelet guy, the way this strap just fits to the case and how soft it is it just looks so good. And I think it works very well with the bronze. Helps to just highlight that bronze color, the green Aventurine on the dial. It just matches extremely well. Well, there it is, guys. That's my first impressions and unboxing. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you think about this watch and consider subscribing for more watch content. I'll see you in the next one.